Conor McGregor became the first MMA fighter to grace the Forbes top 100 highest paid athletes list. This first one that came out for 2016 includes, I grabbed the first 25 names, but he came in at what number, JR?
85.
85. How much money does it say on that article?
Oh, well, after the
More
$4
than
million
us?
endorsements, what was it, 22?
22 million. We'll
Small
take some,
fry is what I say.
I'm probably
Small
wrong.
fries.
Oh,
I'm probably
God.
wrong.
22, we'll go with 22.
Conor McGregor making not enough money. Should be making more.
All right, you need to stop with the
I'm not
accents.
going to
It's
stop. I'm never
Nope,
going to
nope,
stop.
nope.
Good.
You know what? I was right. Tied with Chelsea the footballer. Eden Hazard and also David Ortiz, Big Papi at 22 mil.
Interesting, 22 million. So I'll take that pay raise from our CEOs and bosses. That would be great. To 22, put us in the top 100 highest paid hosts. I'd probably put us in the top 10. Regardless, we have the list of the top 25, but McGregor's money, really where it came from, came out of UFC gates. And not so much even the sponsorships. He just made the UFC a lot of money. These are things that we know.
The
because
percentage
it's a
cut
huge
from
draw.
pay-per-view, right?
Percentage cut from pay-per-view, obviously ticket sales, stuff like that all goes into effect. So the real money makers came from McGregor over the last 12 months as he renegotiated his contract in advance of 3 pay-per-view headliners by receiving a small cut of the PPV revenue from UFC 189, 94, and 96, and with 194 and 196 ranking as 2 of the UFC's top 3 best-selling pay-per-views of all time. McGregor made an estimated $18 million in just those alone, according to Forbes. Now, what's interesting about those 3 UFCs is they account for some of the highest gates that brought in. So the live ticket sales, all that going into it. UFC 196, although lowest in attendance for a McGregor fight, has to do part with the venue choice, I should say. Had an $8.1 million gate. UFC 194 had $10.1 million, and UFC 189 had $7.2 million. We know this.
8 commercials for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's 8 commercials for the Super Bowl. Maybe he'll be in one of those commercials for the Super Bowl.
It's mind-boggling to me that this list has 26 baseball players, a sport that no one watches anymore, with the exception of the 2 people right next to me. It's just crazy.
You sound like you're going insane right now.
It is, though. Like, I looked at the list, and I was like, there should be 0 fat people on this list. But then I saw
Big Bobby?
But then I saw 26.
Well, you know what? Baseball still makes that much money. That just goes to show.
Where?
How much
Like, where
these
is
guys
it?
make.
Who's watching?
They play 572 games a year, so then you have enough chances to get people in the stadium, even if it's not sellouts, which many stadiums still have a significant number of fans coming, and these owners make a lot of money.
Who are these people that are going out to the ball game?
JR is one of these people. I'm one of these people. Ben Make's one of these people. People you work with.
Yes, it's like anecdotal evidence first and foremost, and also it's just really weird to me. Like, television revenue probably doesn't play a big factor in it, though, right?
Well, I go to this many games because Time Warner sucks, and I have to go to this many games. Don't even see the team. So what I do is I strap on my Curry 2s, collect my 4-year-old son, and we go to the game and have a good time.
Does he have Curry 2s
We
also?
sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" very vigorously. I don't drink any beers. You don't do that at baseball games
Because
anymore.
it's like $14
Well,
for a
because you
beer.
have your kid with you. So these are the people that go to baseball games.
That's why I would be a shit dad. That's what we know here.
Well, you wouldn't be wearing the Curry 2s, therefore you
Probably would not be
a
wearing
dad.
You want to make sure you shine. You make sure your kid can find you. If he gets lost, he can see your bright white shoes down the entire corridor, and he can find you. It's a good thing.
All right, so we have to go to the top 25 highest paid athletes, I don't think any of which are baseball players. So starting with number 25, you're going to see a lot of world football players on the list, including most of these, except for Rafael Nadal, $37.5 million. He came in just shy of the top 20. We move on to the second of these cards. And I was shocked to see Eli Manning and Joe Flacco make more money than Tom Brady.
Why?
In 2016.
Why?
Super Bowl champions.
And also Manning is like the Mannings are
Eli
okay,
though,
but
he's
still,
not as marketable as
doesn't
Peyton.
matter.
Peyton's not in the top 10.
Okay, first of all, you're wrong. Eli Manning is definitely more marketable because he looks less like a buffoon. And then
He looks more like a buffoon.
No, I think Eli looks more like a human than Peyton. Peyton looks like an alien.
The problem. Go ahead. Continue.
But no, I was just gonna say they're in every commercial on the planet.
Absolutely. The only problem Eli doesn't have the buffoon thing. You almost have me. But the problem with Eli is he has such less of a noticeable personality than Peyton. Peyton's personality is out there. He's actually a really good actor from what my assessment. And then like Eli, yeah, he's actually pretty for an athlete. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Eli just doesn't really say anything. He's kind of like quiet. And then you give a burst of like a little bit of personality. You go, oh, well, this guy's kind of funny, and people suddenly fall in love with him because he said 2 things. It's weird. It's a pullback thing. But again, on the marketability, we'll start talking about this with McGregor. I mean, the whole Nate Diaz situation, the fight on stage, you got to get some kind of controversy brewing, and you're going to make money off it. Whether
That's
people
exactly
love
the
you or
point.
hate you, and
Promotion.
he's got both sides. People love and hate him.
Promotion.
It's
So
interesting though,
what's-
because
go on.
no, the reason why like Conor McGregor works so hard for it, both on both when he's fighting and when he's not fighting, he's working hard at the promotional aspect, whereas Eli Manning is not on both accounts, both on the field and off. But it's just that it's a testament to how successful football is as a franchise, and UFC's growing, and it's great that now we're finally seeing UFC athletes on here. But I'm excited to see what happens in the future. But for the time being, it still showcases just how successful soccer is as far as a franchise.
Yes.
So how successful football is.
Which you'll see in the top 10. But right before we get to that, go back to that second card. Thank you. Perfect, Ja'Cory. Right on time. Floyd Mayweather came in at 16th with $44 million. One fight in 2016. His 50th fight easily gets him $50 million. Therefore, he would trump everybody on this list, if not $80 million, just to show how much of a draw Floyd Mayweather is, and boxing could still make that insane amount of money. Lewis Hamilton, by the way, who I didn't give a correct shout out the other time we were talking about him, F1 driver, has been making a lot in endorsement deals and sponsorships and has been everywhere in the U.S. recently. Let's go to the top 10. Not surprising list, except I thought for Federer and Djokovic, I didn't realize tennis players made that much through not just their sport, but endorsements, more so than Kobe and even guys like Jordan Spieth who have the Under Armour sponsorship.
It's the same concept behind a Formula One pilot being on there. It's
Formula
because
One pilot? Is he flying a spaceship?
what would you call them?
A Formula One driver? A race car driver?
No, it's you say pilot.
Do you really?
Yes.
I sound ignorant. I'm sorry.
Anyway, look, it's the same concept behind it. It's the same thing. They work for a very narrow demographic that's interested in that sport, especially in like tennis and in Formula One, where it's all like rich people.
That's true.
So all the brand endorsement deals are
Big.
Rolex, Omega, Belova,
Right.
like these really,
Just straight watch companies.
yeah, like watch companies.
What are you sponsored by for the show?
I'm sponsored by Lord's Gym, the best gym in Hialeah, I think. No, this is my favorite
Sponsorships.
T-shirt that I
No,
wear.
that's what I'm talking about. It's the kind of sponsors, like you said.
Yeah.
Back to Eli. He has a watch deal. Those
Heuer,
high-end watch
yeah.
deals. I can't
Yeah.
remember which one it was.
He gets
It's a
tagged,
boring-ass commercial. That's all I remember about it.
But the
I'm
key
going to
there
spend
is,
$10,000 on a watch.
the key
That may
is-
be cheap. I don't know.
Yeah.
you remember that.
What?
The key is, you said it's a boring ass commercial, but I remember it for whatever reason.
Because I was like,
but
who
like,
has Eli sporting watches? That's what made me remember it.
because like you get one caviar deal or whatever, and you're making a lot more money than you would if you're, pushing out the latest Under Armour shoes that no one's going to buy.
So I guess we're on two different fronts. You talked about who watches baseball and then who watches tennis. Is it because there's a world thing to it? Like you have the French Open and you have
Global
the U.S. Open, and then all these. Once you go to these different countries, there's this large. Of course, we know why soccer players are getting paid that
Well,
much.
of course.
Footballers, but we know why they're getting paid that much. It's a world sport, and it's the biggest, most attractive sport in the world.
So-
what about tennis?
Well, I found it interesting that Federer was so high up there, even after Djokovic. I wonder if that's going to change given his recent win too. But
I think they need to match face to face, get into a fight before the match, and everything like that.
oh, well, if there was more
But
promotion,
but
like
that
a fight,
ruins
that would
it
get.
for that
if they
level
threw a
of-
racket at each other, can you imagine?
Yeah, but that level of like hype would
McEnroe.
ruin it for the upstanding citizens
the
that want to
Aston-
watch tennis and be entertained.
For
Like,
the
that's
Aston
type
Martin
of people.
drivers of the world. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Understandably and not so shockingly.
Poor Tiger out of the list.
Poor Tiger's off
Used
the
to
list. But
dominate
what,
the list.
Tiger's gone. Tiger's done. He's going to drop out of the top 20 next year too. But your man crush, Cristiano Ronaldo. I get direct messages from his son on what Cristiano Ronaldo looks like sometimes. This is a fact.
Naked.
Check out how much money he makes yearly. I think it was in the 80s or 90s a million. Let's go back to that first car. 88 million.
Messi was so close.
A clear 6.5 ahead of his rival Lionel Messi. And Ronaldo makes sense over Messi, and I've always thought this because Ronaldo is a little bit more of a marketable person. He's a better.
Wow, you're a sizist.
Look, you have to
You're a-
understand.
you're
You
a
have to
sizist.
understand. Ronaldo seems to like the acting scope of doing the commercials more. He's also got like the modeling sponsorships. He's like he's also got the biggest social media following in the world for an athlete.
Yeah, he I looked
And
into the
LeBron,
article.
too.
It said $172 million worth of social media endorsements he gave out over the span
Why
of
does anyone care what he has to
226
say on social media? What is it Are you intrigued about what he has to say about what?
Have you
Like,
never
I
been on
get the-
Instagram? Do you see the Instagram hoes that have like 7 million followers and then they push Botox and detox tea and stuff like that? I'd much rather see someone as accomplished as Cristiano Ronaldo put like, I don't know, do an ad for something over his abs than watch the other people
because
that I don't respect.
I guess because I can't understand anyone following those other folks either, because they think, oh, if I follow Cristiano Ronaldo, my abs will look the same. No, get your ass in the gym, stop eating.
Question.
That's the only way you're gonna do it. Or I'm sorry, be a world-renowned soccer
J.R.
player.
Jackson,
That's
do
how
you
you
follow
do it.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
No.
That's probably
I
why
mean-
your abs don't look like his.
I mean, and you also mentioned
part
his
of the
abs.
perks.
I don't.
There you go.
You did mention his abs, like as if you have been following. So I don't know. I'm gonna question.
I
this
thought that
thing.
was off what you just told me.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Sure.
You're good. That's staying on the clip. All right, make sure you comment below with who you think should be the highest paid athlete in
Hey,
the world.
let's not get it wrong. You can appreciate another man's abs. A little bit of envy.
No, it's there,
Work your
bro.
way to the
Yeah,
top.
ab
And
envy.
you know what?
Ab envy. I have a lot of
Absolutely.
it for Cristiano.
Here's the facts of the matter, guys. If you follow J.R. Jackson, you can have J.R. Jackson's abs at J.R. Jackson on Twitter, at Hassan.
Tossing a
Mahmoud.
free pair of dad shoes. Curry twos.
That's a
Doing-
$100
what are you,
value for
Francis?
free.
What is he, Francis, doing endorsements over here?
At TYT Sports over on Twitter. We're
giveaways?
also on Facebook, facebook.com/TYT Sports. We'll see you there.